Climate change is an urgent problem, but there are many solutions available to us now. It makes sense to focus on the areas where we can make the biggest changes. One of those areas is transportation. The transportation sector is responsible for more than a quarter of all heat-trapping emissions in the US, and personal vehicles, aka your car or your friend's car, are responsible for most of those emissions. In some parts of the country, you can get by without a car, but that's not true for many of us. So, is it a good solution to replace our gas-burning cars with electric vehicles? Well, yes. Even if you live in a part of the US where some electricity comes from burning fossil fuels, and that's where you charge up your car, an average EV is still better for the climate than a gas-burning car. And increasing amounts of that electricity will continue to come from renewable sources. Even accounting for emissions from the process of making an EV and its battery, there's still a better choice for the climate. Climate change isn't the only reason to switch from gas burning to electric vehicles. Harmful air pollutants that can cause heart and lung diseases are also produced by gas burning cars. These tailpipe emissions tend to affect communities of color the most. That's because of discriminatory urban planning practices that routed highways through Black and brown communities, leaving people exposed to polluted air. Electric cars, trucks, and SUVs don't give off any tailpipe emissions. Electric city buses don't either, and neither do the big yellow electric buses that could be taking your kids to school every weekday. As we keep working to switch from gas to renewable electricity, that's a clear win for public health. So EVs will play an important role in reducing global warming emissions and improving public health. But do people actually want to drive them? Well, in the summer of 2019, almost 2/3 of prospective car buyers surveyed in the US were interested in owning an electric vehicle. That number will grow as drivers realize that EVs today can drive farther on a single charge than ever before, across any terrain, in any climate. Public charging stations are being added across the country, so there's less worry about range. New electric truck and SUV models are announced each year, so there are more and more options. Plus, they're just fun to drive. So, how can you make the switch to an electric vehicle? As EV technology has improved over the past decade and the market has grown, prices have been dropping. EVs are also less expensive to maintain, and it's cheaper to charge than buy gas. State and federal incentives can make electric vehicles more affordable. Plus, as more EVs are sold, the used EV market grows, opening up even more possibilities for ownership. The electric vehicle market has come a long way, and automakers and engineers are working every day to make these cars even cleaner, better performing, and lower cost for drivers everywhere. If we're going to reduce emissions from transportation, electric vehicles are a crucial part of the solution, and we need to make sure our leaders are steering us in the right direction.